A man stands in a pit. His hands are bound behind his back. His feet are bare. His head is bowed. And around him, in the dark, are 7 lions. They are close enough to touch him. One bares its teeth. One crouches low. One simply watches, curious, almost puzzled by the man who will not look at them. Nothing is happening. And that is the strange part. By every law of that pit, this man should already be bones on the floor. And look, there are bones on the floor. Others came here before him. Others did not see the morning. So look carefully at this painting. Somewhere in it is the thing keeping him alive. Find it. You can't, because it isn't there. This is Daniel, painted in 1872 by the British artist Briton Rivière. It hangs today in the Walker Art Gallery in Liverpool. The story it tells is one of the oldest in Scripture. Daniel, a trusted official in the kingdom of Babylon, condemned for a single crime. He would not stop praying to his God. The punishment was the lion's den, a sentence that no one had ever survived. For centuries, artists painted this moment, and almost all of them painted the rescue. The shaft of holy light, the angel descending, the heavens opening over the pit. Rivière painted none of it. No angel, no light from God, no glory, just a man, his back turned to us, and the dark. And here is the first question this painting refuses to answer. Why won't he show us his face? We could read it as fear, we could read it as peace. We honestly cannot tell, and Rivière made sure of that. The one piece of information that would settle it, he has hidden from us. Hold on to that question. The painting will answer it, but not yet. The longer you look, the more deliberate it all becomes. Start with the darkness. If you've seen this painting online, you've probably seen it warm, golden, almost glowing. That version is false. The real canvas is colder, far darker, and conservators confirm Rivière wanted it that way. He lit the scene with a single dim light filtering down from an unseen opening far above. One source of light, from above. The one direction help might come, and it is empty. Now look at his hands, bound, tied behind his back. Whatever is about to happen here, whatever saves him, or doesn't, he cannot lift a finger to cause it. His survival is taken out of his own hands, literally, and the bones, scattered across the floor of the pit. The quiet arithmetic of everyone who stood here before him. Rivière did not have to paint them. He chose to. They are the stakes lying in the dust. Behind it all, carved into the stone wall, are the faint reliefs of an ancient empire. The machinery of the kingdom that condemned a man for praying. It looms over him without saying a word. Every choice in this painting points the same way, toward danger, toward death, toward helplessness. Rivière is building something. The question is what? To understand what he built, you have to understand the man who painted it. Briton Rivière was, by the year after this painting, considered the finest animal painter in Britain, and he earned it, in ways that border on the unsettling. By his own account, he kept the body of a dead lioness in his studio more than once to study her form. He worked in the dissection rooms of the London Zoo. A surviving sketch is dated and inscribed. Studies at the zoo for Daniel, the year before he painted it. He did not paint lions as symbols. He painted them as creatures he had taken apart and understood. And here one quiet note, worth no more than a breath. That same year, 1872, Rivière lent 2 of his drawings to a book by Charles Darwin, a study of how emotion shows on the faces of animals. Whether that left a mark on this canvas, no one can say, but keep it in mind when you look at these 7 faces, because that is what makes the lions extraordinary, not their ferocity, their restraint. Each one is a study in held emotion, the snarl that doesn't lunge, the crouch that doesn't spring, the curiosity that doesn't close the distance. And that brings us back to the question from the beginning. If there is no God in this frame, no angel, no light, then what exactly is holding these lions back? This is the moment the painting turns over in your hands. We have been searching the canvas for the miracle, looking for the rescuer, and the whole time we have been looking in the wrong place. The miracle is not a figure. It is not an event. It is not something Rivière forgot to paint. The miracle is the thing that doesn't happen. 7 predators, a bound and helpless man, a pit built for killing and no killing. The restraint on those lions' faces that is the divine act. Rivière painted the one thing harder to show than an angel. He painted an absence and made you feel it as a presence. And notice where he has placed you. You are not watching from above safe at the rim of the pit. You are down in the dark, behind Daniel, standing among the lions, sharing their vantage, waiting with the man for a morning that has not yet come. Now the face. Rivière was once asked in writing about this very painting, and he explained why he turned Daniel's back to us. He wanted the picture to be understood at a single glance, so clearly that even a child would grasp it instantly. He wanted all the attention, all the honour to fall on the man. Not on the lions, not on the den. In fact, and few people know this, Rivière never called this painting Daniel in the lion's den at all. He called it simply Daniel. The world renamed it. And in renaming it, gave the lions a billing the artist never intended. He didn't hide Daniel's face to create a mystery. He hid it so that nothing, not even an expression, could distract us from the only thing that mattered. So what is this painting finally about? Not lions. The artist told us as much, and strange as it sounds for a religious painting, not, in the end, about a visible God. There isn't one in the frame. It is about the silence where the miracle should be, and the kind of faith that can stand in that silence, with its back to us, and not move. Think about what Rivière has actually shown you. Not the triumph, not the morning when the king finds Daniel alive and the whole kingdom marvels. He could have painted that. He painted the sequel to it, 18 years later. And we'll come to that another day. No, he chose this moment, the night before the verdict, the held breath, the hours when you have done nothing wrong, and the predators are real, and you do not yet know if anything will save you. That is the most honest picture of faith anyone could paint. Not certainty, not rescue, the dark and the waiting and the refusal to turn around. The deepest faith in art was never the brightest angel. It was always the figure, standing still in the dark before the morning came, and the lions, for reasons the painting will never quite explain, held their peace. Before you go, the painting is not finished giving up its secrets. Look again sometime at the bare feet. In Scripture, men remove their shoes on holy ground. Was this pit of all places holy ground? The painting won't say. And 18 years later, Rivière returned to Daniel one final time. A second canvas, the morning after, painted in light instead of dark. It hangs in a different city today, and, strangely, it is not even on display. The happy ending sits in storage. While the night scene hangs in glory, there is another story there. We'll find it. Until then, keep looking. The painting is still watching back.